All right, ABDC Nation, what's happening? It's your boy Toon Tha Dancer, aka Ant M, aka Anthony Marshall, aka Highlander 8, aka you know who you tuned into. So, anyways, ABDC season 7, week 6. We're in Pitbull week this week, and before I go into it, because I got a lot to talk about here. I just want to go ahead and just get my shout outs out the way. Shout out to the entire Blogging ABDC crew. I love y'all. I really appreciate Nancy T for the nice words and kind of keeps me doing this here. Big up to you, Calvin. Really appreciate the shout out, man. And then of course my crew, Poison Clan, coming out with a video soon. Should be seeing us here hopefully. Shout out to Dio, Jose, aka Tango, Win, all them. But let's get into it. We start off with a group performance of, I think it's called I Like. I'm not sure. I don't really care for Pitbull's music, and they didn't really play anything that I knew or liked, so who cares? It was a group performance, kind of had a beach theme and everything like that. Now, usually the crews wear different stuff, so I can tell which crew was which, especially between Electrolytes and Most Wanted. I literally could not tell anybody apart. It was the weirdest thing. But whatever the case, I think the performance was a fail. There was a lot of unnecessaries in this episode, and I'm gonna highlight a lot of them. The unnecessary in this case was Iconic Boys coming out and completely coming in and ruining the performance for me. Like literally, they kind of set Iconic Boys up, and performance wasn't all that great before they got there, but when they kind of highlighted them and then kind of had them going, it got really lame. I was not impressed by the performance whatsoever. I give it about a D plus. It was a bad performance. It just was. And Iconic Boys, they literally can't hold a candle to any of these crews. So whatever. We get into the show. Pitbull's actually in the house and says a couple of words. Doesn't really make any amount of sense because he's not judging. He just goes up there and says, "Hey, you're performing my music," and it rolls out the back door. So that was a waste. There was a lot of waste this episode. This was just literally one of the worst episodes I've seen. And it's not because the performances were bad, but we'll get into it here. Let's go into it here. First things first. First aid crew is Electrolytes, and this is actually after Collision is gone. This is my favorite crew. This just is. You know, I think I didn't like them week 1. Every other week I've been a fan of them. I really have. So of course, I think J-Lo week was definitely their big week for me. Um, their performance and all the challenges are based, I guess, because Mr. Pitbull is Mr. International or something crazy like that. He's like a ghetto Desi Arnaz. It's the weirdest thing, but um, but anyway, all the performances or all the challenges are based on dances in other countries. So Electrolytes end up getting capoeira from Brazil, which isn't really a dance. It's a martial arts that is disguised as dancing. So neither here nor there. But they performed. Now this is what bothers me. They performed to "I Know You Like Me," right? And here's the problem. This is the first time in ABDC history where a crew from another season gets the same exact challenge and the same exact music from the same challenge. Like if you're not keeping score at home, Afro Barike in season 4 for Martial Arts Week did the exact same thing to the exact same song. They had to do capoeira and they had to do it to this song. Is this song great for capoeira? I don't really think so, but apparently the producers do, so who gives a crap? Performance is probably one of the weakest since week 1. It just is. And maybe it's just the fact that I know so much about capoeira that I was a little disappointed by what they did. I mean, I didn't know where the choreo started and where the challenge started. And I mean, couple of notes here. Capoeira is not a punching art. So when they're kind of doing the choreo and kind of throwing out punches, it's not a punching art. There's no punching in capoeira whatsoever. It's all kicks. You may not. I mean, I don't know if some of y'all might know that, but it's true. It's all kicks and all. They're sitting there punching away, and they did this like little flip. I don't know if that was the part of the challenge, if they were going the martial arts route, but once again, no touching in capoeira other than kicks. So unless it's a demo. So I was a little disappointed by that, and then some of the stunts were good. I mean, Nico did a pretty cool stunt. I don't, not Nico. I can't remember the guy's name, but he did kind of cool stunt on his knee, so that was kind of dope. But otherwise, I was very unimpressed by this performance. Electrolytes, they seem hell bent on kind of bringing it back for next week. So hopefully they get it together. Next Ape Crew is Eight Flavors, and they had a decent week last week. This week they get France's country of France, the Can Can. Interesting pick. I can kind of see how, but they're doing it to who knows and who cares. I don't know that the name of the song, but that's what it is in my head. Anyway, not bad. This was actually my favorite performance of the night. Actually, I think I can't remember the little blonde girl's name, but she killed it. Like she was doing the whole ringmaster thing. I guess they did the circus thing and their stunts. I tell you, they do some fantastic stunts because you think it's gonna be one thing and then they switch it up and do something completely different. So Eight Flavors on stunts, like impressive. I'm impressed. I like a lot of these crews what they do with stunts because you think you're gonna see one thing and they change it up and do something else and it's amazing. Eight Flavors did a great job tonight. The stunts were on point. The choreo was on point. I was excited to see them. They did good. My girlfriend is apparently Eight Flavors is my girlfriend's favorite crew. So I'm actually kind of rooting for them a little bit. I'm a fan. Third Save Crew, no surprise there. Most Wanted Crew. Most Wanted has been slipping for pretty much the last 2 weeks. They didn't really have a good week. J-Lo week. They didn't really have a good week. Drake week. So let's hope they do something good. Pitbull week. They get Russian Kozak dancing, which is the kicks and everything like that. Let me tell you something right now. I think their costumes alone is official. Like that's something I would just rock. I don't know why I would rock it, but I would. They had the furry hats and the military out. It was dope. It was dope. They look like nutcrackers, but they came out strong. The performance itself, the opening performance was strong as hell. Like it just was completely strong. I love that. It was almost like Strikers All Stars mixed with Street Kingdom to combine. That's how strong their opening was. The performance itself was easily the weakest of the night. They had so many missed calls, and it was mainly Brian. Brian was the one that was missing everything. He did this b-boy move and was supposed to catch one of the hats and missed it. And then my man from Team Millennia, I can't remember his name. That's not Jahan, but anyway, he's doing this thing in the middle, and I mean he's killing it. He's doing these steps and everything, and my man Brian jumps right on top of him, like right on top of him, and it. Literally, after that it ruins the performance. But I think the dancer that I'm probably most upset with in this entire performance is Ian Eastwood, and he's one of my favorites too. And this is a note for Ian because we're all dancers here, so based on skill, yeah, he's better. You're better than me, sir. But let me tell you something right now. If dancing has taught me anything, you finish strong throughout everything. My man, God, I can't remember his name. I can't remember who did it, but does a flip in the middle of everything. I almost call him Chris because he looks like the guy from Chris from Electrolytes. But does this flip throughout, and there's a strong finish, and he marches to the front, and he yells something, and then everybody does it except Ian. Ian is so disappointed by the performance, and Ian. I don't care if you have had one of the crappiest performances ever. You finished strong. You finished that race, and you just gave up at the end of that performance, and I'm upset by it. This is why it was one of the, Dietrich said something that was very, very correct. This could have been the performance of the season. It could have. But when they messed up, you could see it on their face that they messed up. And so I was very disappointed with Most Wanted Crew. I actually hope you guys go to the bottom, just so you show these cats, including me and these naysayers, what you got, because I'm losing faith in y'all tremendously. So I mean, y'all got to step it up, like seriously. I'm a big fan of y'all. Show me why everybody thinks y'all are about to win. Just do it. And Ian, step it up, man. I'm looking at you. I know you're young, homeboy, but do it, man. Seriously, Dancer to Dancer. So once again, RNG and Fanny Pack find themselves in the bottom again. And so somebody's got to go. Fanny Pack goes first, and they get Bollywood Week or Bollywood Week, the Bollywood Challenge, and they have to do the challenge, and I think they get the song International Love. I liked the performance, but let me tell you what bothered me. It was so slow. Like it just was. So I was not very impressed by how slow it was. It seemed like it lacked energy. It was clean as all get out though. It was very clean. And Glinda, of course, finally started doing the art, doing the flips and stuff. Ooh, I love when Glinda flips, man, because she's literally the most athletic in that crew. So when they have to pull the stunt, they have to pull Glinda for it. I love it. I love when they do that. But they haven't done it this season, but they finally have. And I think the choreo was great. I just think the energy was so low, though. So that's why I was a little disappointed by it. RNG goes, and let me explain myself to RNG fans. I don't care. Like I was not impressed by last week. So y'all can dislike the perform. Y'all can dislike my video all you want to. The reason I disliked it was because I wanted to get sent back to the 90s. Like that was their challenge. They were supposed to send me back to that house party feel to it. And I do New Jack on the side. You know, it's not a main style of mine. I do New Jack, but you know I do it for novelty just because I know a little bit about it. I actually started out like doing New Jack like as a kid, you know, doing the Running Man and stuff. So when I say they didn't do a good job, it's because they didn't hit the challenge. They didn't make me go back to that. So if you don't like it, cool. I mean, if you like it, cool. But you know, don't hate on me just because I didn't like it. You know, morons. Anyway, they get the dance of 1,000 hands from China. I thought it was from India myself, but it's from China. Let me tell you something right now. As much as you know, this crew is all energy. It really is. They're all energy, and you know, so sometimes I need to what I need to do as a viewer is I need to kind of take myself out of it because I catch little nuances where I'm like not impressed, you know, where I'm like, okay, it's not clean, you know. But the energy of them is so like they literally look like they put so much heart into these performances that I gotta give them a shout out for that. And I think what they did tonight was beautiful. I think they did a great job. I'm gonna what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut this video short here because I'm gonna put this as a two-parter. I'm not gonna go 15 minutes for this next part here because I got a message for the producers because I'm very disappointed by what they did next, and I want to address it like seriously. I'm not gonna take 15 minutes to do it, but I just want to make sure I have enough time in the video to address how I'm feeling about it. But before I kind of knock off this first video, and I might do it in the second video, yo, check out my best America's best or ABDC ever. My ABDC ever tournament. Check it out, okay? Because I want to know what y'all think. Jabberwocky's best crew, I am me. You know, is Kaba still on top? Who is the best crew out there? Check my bracket out. I'll put the link in the comment box. I just want y'all to vote. Vote so your crew doesn't get knocked out. I had some weird surprises happen to me. I had nobody go for Afro Barrique. Quest pretty much wiped him out, but well, that's not a surprise. But whatever the case, check out my second video and definitely check out this bracket, and we'll talk in a little bit here. So this is the end of part one. Just check out part two. Like I said, it will be much shorter.